Good morning. Just gonna get set up here. I was singing instructions with the kids today, and my eldest was like, "No, don't sing at me." And the youngest is like, "But I like it." I'm like, "Oh, your different little personalities are something." It's like, I'm not gonna stop singing because honestly, I am trying to motivate your sibling, eldest. So, sorry, gotta put up with it a little bit. I look very pink. I look really good in my like face cam, and I look very, okay, it's not actually that bad. I look very much like my grandma. I look really pink on my, my side, on the like actual video. Why am I thumping? We're gonna share the post I made. And then we're going to, where is YouTube? Where is YouTube? Where is YouTube? YouTube, YouTube. Share. Oh God. I swear I tapped the like link text instead of the picture text, but apparently. Okay, there we go. Promoted. Let's get a little bit more caffeine in me. I woke up with a horrendous headache today, so. First one we're gonna cut though, or at least that I pulled out, was cream. So let's get to it. So I think I said the other day that we have like 300 prints. I doubt that we're going to get 300 prints like cut and sewn at this summer. Just considering timelines on everything. Although they did start offering single day camps for the kids. And so I think I'm going to add them in for a few extra days. Just because like I might add, they are not supposed to go on Monday, but I think I'll definitely add on Monday. And then we actually just canceled our trip to Vernon. Pancake breakfast didn't do quite as well for sales as it normally does. And then I don't have vibrations on top of it, and property taxes and like our tax bills this summer for like income tax were a little bit of a sticker shock there. So we're doing a little bit of catch up still. It's gonna happen, right? Or at least it happens for us. It's all fine, but it's just like, let's not spend more money on a hotel. And honestly, I would prefer to put that money towards them being in summer camps so I could get I know that's horrendous. We're still gonna go out to Victoria because that's like visiting family and like we can stay with family, which is always nice. So like we're paying for like fuel and ferry sort of thing. But I'm like, it's probably smarter to skip Vernon this year, which is fine. I was looking at like usually the big reason to go out really is for peaches and cherries, and we still have like peach cobbler and cherry pie and like all the jams from last year. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll find a fruit stand on the way through, and then we also don't end up with like 50 pounds of peaches. I actually don't even know how well the peaches have done this year, because like some years they don't do very well because of whatever. I know a couple of years ago they had a really hard frost in the summer, or not in the summer, but in the spring, and it like completely decimated the cherry, or just the fruit in the Okanagan completely. So anyway, I hate being like, ugh, we should cancel, but it's actually a big stress relief. It's also like we just have some big expenses coming up as well. My brother-in-law is getting married, so Dallas's brother. So they've got the bachelor party expenses coming up, and I still have some payments to go to Knit City, so it's like, all right, hunker down a little bit. I also eased it up there. It's just like, okay, we are going to order more lining fabric so that it's like we can not worry about that sort of stuff. That's coming out of Quebec, so that'll be good. Prices haven't gone up in the last 2 years. Thank fuck. I was worried about that as well. Part of why I like put the price or put the order in for leather drawstring earlier this year too, because I was like, well, it's not gonna get better or not gonna get worse, probably, or it might get worse. So anyway, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do stacks of fabrics. First cuts that we're going to make are going to be Kato cuts, and then next cuts that we're going to make after that are small box bag cuts. So actually, I should take a look to see as well. And then there's the other things of like, I got to sign my eldest up for Japanese language school. The signups are probably coming pretty soon. Okay, I think we can do, what did we decide, 6 or 8 layers? And then I think what we're going to do in this case is the back cuts are going to become the small box bag cuts. I think that's what we're going to do. We're still going to do some gyoza bags from them as well, but mostly we're going to do small box bags. In this case, it actually will reduce my cutting time then as well, which is the big thing, because then I won't have to do like 2 sets of cuts. I can just do the 1 cut and then the cut down instead of having to do 2 cuts and cut downs. Leaves us extra fabric, etc., etc., etc. Okay, we need, I need my quilt ruler, like 24 incher, because it's my straight edge basically. Let's see. Where the fuck did it go? I know it was here the other day because I was using it. I'm gonna push those in because that'll just give me a little bit. Actually, if I did that with both of these, I'd have a little bit more room at my feet, which would be extremely useful. Okay, so you're both going to become, you're all small box bag or Kato whips, basically. Like they've been like cut and ready to go. Okay. Where the fuck did the quilt roller go? I guess I can just use this one right here. We're good. Okay, so I cut it like it's a large box bag, which means that that is actually a good line to be on because it's easy math. I did finish a Monsoon Rising, by the way. So This is supposed to be a like story that is based on Southeast Asian like drawing inspirations from Southeast Asian stories, I guess. And I can see how that kind of is coming around. But at the same time, I'm like, the first book is called The Hurricane Wars. And I'm like, I was chatting with Dallas the other day, and I'm like, aren't they like called typhoon in Southeast Asia? And he's like, yes. And then we were talking about it, and it's like, it's probably like a localization thing to make it more appealing to like North American audiences. But it's like, then you get people like me who are like, what the fuck? What are they talking about? Hurricanes. Hurricanes are North American. Although I did try to correct him when he said that cyclones. I'm like, yeah, but that's before it becomes a hurricane. He's like, no, that's like what they call them in Oceania. And I'm like, oh, okay, I gotcha. I didn't know that. Okay, so that is the Kato and the small box bag. Now, the nice thing about prepping this mini Kato as well is that even if they're not completely done for Knit City, Kato are very popular in generalized markets as well, so they'll be really good for art market too. So I'm excited for that. I should actually be promoting art market a bit harder as well. This is down to like the last cut, so let's move this into being a water bottle holder as well, because that's the last of this fabric, so why not? And it can be some of the, and actually Grime Guard and some of the other smaller cuts. So I'm gonna pop it. Where's the bin for those? Actually, okay, the duffel bag is where the bin is, so we'll just put it on top of there. I would love to have all the smaller stuff out of this geisha print. Actually, and then there is, yeah, we'll just do this. Okay. It's actually cold here today. It was really nice yesterday. It was like 29 degrees, but it was dry. And like, it was actually pleasant. I was shocked. Oh yeah, and for books, the other one I'm reading right now is By the Horns, which is by Ruby Dixon. She's the author of all of the... Oh right, I was going to chat more about the Hurricane Wars. I'll chat about it in a moment. But she's the one who wrote Ice Planet Barbarians. It's actually a really cute story. I'm like this by the horns. It is actually the second book in the series so far. Super short little reads, like not taxing in the least. I feel like this should become a water bottle holder as well. Definitely spicy. Just straight up, I'm pretty sure they fucked within the first like 15 pages or something like that. It's right in. Minotaur romance. So if you're not into monster romances or like unusual penises, just be aware that yeah. But it's cute. I'm really enjoying it. It's like one of probably the most wholesome ones that I've read for a while. And that was the crazy part about like even Ice Planet Barbarians, is it was just like this wholesome like story. Oh, this is like Grime. Okay, Grime Guards are on top of that tote. That's fine. Okay. Yay, we've already cut 5. Woo! 5 down. 295 to go. Okay, the stack is just going to get stacked on the floor because fuck it, whatever. Okay, cookies. I'm going to text Yoriko. Be like, anything you want? No. messaging Yoriko. Yoriko. She sent me this post and said that apparently it's super popular. Okay, and then we're gonna do, let's actually do cats and cats and cats and cats. And this one should probably become some other ones as well. I think there's enough to do Kato and Kato plus. Yeah, okay, so Kato plus. So we'll do a small box bag. Fuck, I love this cat's whiskers. This one. This is what I think this is probably my favorite on this fabric, is this little curled up kitty. And then just the whiskers on, like, look at this one. Oh my god. Should have gotten more of this fabric, but here we are. I did not. Right, I need to order. There's a couple other administrati orders I need to make, like, so this one is, sorry, I'll back this up. This one's interesting because it is designed in Finland, designed from Finland, but it's printed in Japan. I count that as Japanese stuff. It's also printed by, yeah, Koti. Okay, actually, that was an easier way to go up here. Let's to go here. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll do some of these smaller amounts that we have left because it just makes it easier sometimes. Oh, you might just be... Oh, no, it's got a couple inches over. Okay, cool. I love how Dallas called me out on, like, all the, he didn't call me out, but it was like, you don't have a lot of your bright fabrics right now. And I'm like, that's because I only finished the dark stitched stuff, really, for, before pancake breakfast. And now that's all I'm cutting right now, is all the, the moody pieces, I guess, would be the better description, hey? Oh, well. That just, actually, we're just going to cut these ones down because then they're, yeah. And do I have anything else here that's, like, shorter and could use it? Like, how much of the frogs do we have? Yeah, let's cut down the frogs, too. Like, unboarded, non-comic board fabrics, I guess, would be the best description. By the way, the studio, I had this cutting table, nice and tidy. And now, if you look at my Instagram, it's just, like, chock full. We're back to the level of, like, chaos I'm used to working in. So it's like, this is familiar. That's how it be. Oh, and you are right on where we need you to be. A little bit on the tight side of where we need you to be. That's fine. Okay, cool. So the next cut down we'll have to do is we'll have to cut everything in half. And then we'll trim down for, like, small box bag or whatever we're doing. Like, in that case, I don't think I want to do small box bag. I'm pretty sure I want to do the other thing, a water bottle holder. It would be good. So that's the sort of thing we'll work on instead. Okay. This is technically a meter ruler or a 2 meter ruler. Wait, 60 centimeters? 30 is a foot. 2. Okay, so this would be like a 24-inch. Ruler right now. Go. Okay, I think the frogs. Oh, yes, we totally need frogs to be water bottle holder as well, because that would be fucking adorable. And also grime guard, etc. Simply because it's like, it's a really good fabric to make grime guards from. since it is very lightweight. It is a dobby, so it has that benefit to it, but it's a very lightweight fabric. Okay, the cats. And then this is the last of this fabric. And I think we have enough. I think we could probably make some wristlets from that. Strippity. And then this is what's left here. Not enough for another kato. Okay, so we're just going to put straight into water bottle holders. Hey, Flynn. Yes, you. What's up? You are a cat. I hear you. You are the fluffiest of the Fluffingtons right now, hey? I feel like I must have slept wrong or something stupid last night because, yeah, it's just like shoulder. I haven't even been doing anything where it would be like... I say that as I think about how I've been at the gym. But that shouldn't... This is a, like, tension shit going on, I think. Not... Like, it is muscle, but it's not... It's weird. Anyway. Okay, let's get these lined up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be okay with this rotary cutter. Probably need to change my blade actually fairly soon, I just realized. These itty bitty kitties are adorable. I'm going with you. Mouth watering. The Z snores. I don't know. Why is it that Z's represent snores? I don't get it. When you actually like say it out loud, it's like that because it's like I don't know. If I ever started using Z's to represent snores, apparently never heard someone snore. That's what it feels like. Hey Flynn, do you want me to clear off your blanket so you can sit up there? Your blanket was fairly clear, but okay. Here. Wow. There you go. A good spot? Hey? Okay. It's like I dressed for outside because it was 13 degrees plus a wind chill. So it's actually chilly considering that we've been like 30-ish degrees this last week, and we were definitely like really hot and humid. Now I'm too warm. It's like, damn it. It's not that heavy of a hoodie, but it's too cold without the hoodie too. Yay! Love this for me. And yes, I have slippers and socks and all the other layers on. But anyway, I am feeling, apparently I am feeling bitchy today. Not in like a actually being a bitch way, just a like I feel like complaining about every single thing today. Yay! We're gonna blame the headache. How's that sound? I think that's a fair thing to put it on. Okay, good. This is still such a good fabric. Oh my god, I love it. There. It doesn't have to be perfect on here, but it does need to be fairly flat up where I'm actually cutting. I just realized that this is adjusted for me showing you. Whee! There we go. You may as well actually see the cutting desk. Let me make myself smaller too, because really, I know you're not here for me. And that is fine. I really wanted to grab both those layers. Damn you. Well, you're here for me, but you're not necessarily here to like stare at my face. That might be the better description, I guess. You were here because I work with Japanese fabrics, and I appreciate that, and I understand this, but also there's no point in watching if you can't see the Japanese fabrics. I get it. Ugh, this cookie fabric. Fuck yeah. Three cats cookie, 3 cats cookie, 3 cats cookie, 3 cats cookie. And then the autumnal black cat patchwork. Oh, it's such a good warm colorway. That's totally upside down, but you know, you get the idea. It kind of goes both ways, although I usually do prioritize. Well, one side usually prioritizes that little black cat head facing up, and then one side prioritizes having this like cat facing up. So I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make it out to the usually I meet a friend at the bookshop on Fridays, and the last couple times it's worked because I've had stuff that like transportable. So I did snaps in the mini traveler slings a couple weeks ago, and like the couple weeks before that I was putting the like adhering all the labels onto them. So usually I have something that I can carry along, and I just realized like unless I can like I wonder. So okay, beep beep beep, back it up. Why I'm laughing is because each time that I've gone in, I've had some sort of assortment of stuff. So the first time I had this massive tote. The second time I should have taken the massive tote, but I didn't have any totes to put stuff in. So I had like a snap press and a big box of bags and all of this. And so I was just laughing because I was like, wait, I wonder what Sammy would think. That's the like bookstore manager. I know what she'd think if I showed up with like my steam press. I'm not going to do it. But it is funny to think about. Probably a little bit of underwhelm. But, you know, I'm still there. I'm buying drinks, all that. Okay. Okay, where did I helpfully put my rotary cutter? Right there. By the way, one of the best tools I've bought in Japan in the last while. We knew I was going to buy it anyway. But it was also like a third of the price. Oh, actually I should tell Yuki that because she's going to head back as well. And she does. So Yuki is going to be guesting with me at Knit City Calgary. She does tea towels and like cat illustrations and all of this. So she's an illustrator and then does like, I guess, okay, yeah, that's a better description. She is a cat illustrator and then she puts them onto tea towels and prints. Anyways, but she's Japanese Canadian and still has family in Japan, so she's going to wildly enough be there while I'm actually there. So we're going to try and like see if we can work it out that we get together on my like one night in Tokyo. She's going to be in Tokyo. Actually, what am I doing? Okay, I'm not going to reboard these. I am going to fold them all up. Look at me go, being slightly like organized. But I'm not going to board them because I just realized we're going to move these over to do other stuff with. Like these are going to become grime guards and scrunchies and etc. And actually probably water bottle holders for those ones. I'm like, in this case, should I actually fold any of them up? I'm not going to put the, yeah, okay. So these ones are going to be water bottle holders specifically. And then the cranes, I don't want water bottle holders, but I do want grime guards and other small things. Because it's a very light fabric, so I don't think a water bottle holder is a good option there. And then prints like this, which are really large, are good for water bottle holders, but not grime guards, which are a smaller cut. Oh yeah, back to the Hurricane Wars. Like, I have been all over the place. So I stumbled across it because it's been like highly recommended by various lists. It's okay. I'm like, I'm not mad at the series. I am a little bit irked every time I hear Hurricane Wars because it is based in Southeast Asian, like, storytelling, a bit, kind of. And that's my biggest irk right now that I'm realizing is I'm like, it feels very superficial. Like level. I feel like it could have been a lot more. I feel like it's got open door sex. So if you're not into that, don't read it. But also it's like, it feels very YA if it didn't have the open door sex. It's just like this, or like new adult level, because they are 20 and 26 or 27. So like not teenagers like a lot of YA is, but it's like, I feel like actually a lot of YA is more in depth than what I just read. Now, am I mad at it? Am I mad enough at it that I'm not going to like finish the series because the last book comes out in August? No, I'll finish the series. I'm like intrigued enough right now that I'm like, okay, I'll finish what I've started. I've lucked out that I got both things on like a skip the line loan from my library, so I got I got to read them or listen to them. The narration's not bad, but I think my biggest irk about it is Hurricane Wars. It should have been Typhoon Wars, which I do feel like is a marketing decision, a poor one at that. And then the other portion of it being that I do think that it's just superficial. I think there could have been more world building or something. I don't know what it's missing, but it's missing something. It just feels very, surface level. Which might be a comment on like the court that she joins or something like that. I don't know. I think it's a really good premise. It's like an orphaned war person who like finds out she's lost royalty. So that's kind of cool. But I'm like, I don't know. The rest of it's... Oh, and it's definitely like it builds itself as enemies to lovers. It has enemies to lovers, which is very like our true enemies to lovers is very rare. But they're literally on opposite sides of the war, and they basically spend the first book fully at each other's throats, full threats, like everything, and then it's like an arranged marriage, which hey, I'll take it. It's got lots of the tropes that I really like. But anyway, if you want a good Southeast Asian romance, Ghost Bride. It is, the main character is definitely 18. I think that would be the one big thing, is she's very 18. But at the same time, the author does portray her as making very 18-year-old decisions. So that's fine because she's 18. But I don't know, it's still one of my favorite. There's not even any spice or anything in it, and it's still like one that gives me goosebumps every single time. And I would suggest listening to the audiobook because it's actually read by the author, Yang Chi Chu. I'm pretty sure she's Chinese Malay, which is what it's all said in. Actually, that is what I want to check out. Is this author? So it's Tia Guanzon. That's who wrote The Hurricane Wars. Okay, she lives in the Philippines. Metro Manila. I wonder if that's why it's called The Hurricane Wars then instead. Now, I do feel like it is probably... it is a marketing decision for sure then. Now I want to find out what are hurricanes called in the Philippines. Maybe they are actually called... Yeah, they're called typhoons. Okay. So I'm not off my rockers. Because, yeah, they're called taifu or typhoon in Japan as well. So, okay. I feel justified in being irked by that decision then. because it was a marketing decision. But yeah, it's fine. I'll finish it. I'll finish the series, mostly because I'm interested. Okay, we're gonna line up all these fabrics. There's like 8 layers here. The Myco will not go into becoming anything but, well, actually the Myco should be, the cut for the water bottle holder should be tall enough for the Myco. It will not be large enough, or like the cuts that I'll do for cake cozy, not cake cozies, grime guards will not be large enough. I need to do scrunchy wraps because I need to have a wrapper around them too, I realized. Like I was talking about like how I have to upgrade the grime guard packaging the other day, and I'm realizing that the other one that I should do is the the other one, the oh my god, none of these are lined up. This is the problem with doing multiple layers. Okay, give me a moment. This requires some tensile concentration. Would it be faster to cut them individually? Some days I think it would. Okay, let's just do those because they all matched up really well, and then we'll do these. Oh god. Shit. Okay. Coffee down. That's probably the worst part of it. Okay, we'll double check the fabrics once we get this mopped up. Oh, well, at least I'll clean my table up. It probably needed a wipe down anyway. Okay, we'll let that absorb. I think it was. Okay, so it is on the Segai Ha. It's fine, it's right on the very edge. Okay, and where did I pitch the other ones that were in the mess? Did they all go down here? They all went down here, and I think it was, yeah. Okay, so that's just gonna need to be washed again. Okay, we'll cut the kato from it because only a portion of it was actually in the spill zone. Okay. And the rest of it, and then I'll just put the portion that is actually affected in the wash. Not a big deal. Annoying. Okay, and then fans got missed, and I think everything got missed. Everything else got missed. Damn it. Not coffee. Not the precious coffee. Oh, well, it wasn't actually that good this morning. I don't get, it's like once in a while I have like, I brew the most amazing, there's the quilt ruler right fucking there. Jesus. Anyway, I like brew the best French press I have in like weeks. And then other days it's like, I can get better coffee at Tim's, and that's sometimes not saying much because Tim's is not exactly the best coffee in the world either. Yeah. Oh no, I'll have to make a fresh pot. Actually, so I had my meeting with Yuki Smirking Cat yesterday to discuss what we're doing for like food setup and stuff. We met at Sweet Rice in Calgary, which is like fully gluten-free. Super cool. I had their beef curry, and they actually serve it, they give you the option of serving on rice or mashed potato, which as a diabetic, mashed potato is like one of the foods that spikes my sugars the least. I think mostly because it's a very complex carbohydrate, and it's like, and like the vitamins and minerals and the fibers in it are just that good. So instead of rice, which was super cool, it was also really fucking good curry. I don't know if they just used packaged curry or what, but I had the beef one, and they had like proper beef chunks in it, and they were soft and tender and delicious. Okay. We're going to cut this one separate, and then we'll just start cutting separate. Like, yeah. Anyway, so this portion was not impacted. The table is still a bit damp. Damn it. Like I thought it got it all. That will need some stain treatment. No, you stay off of it. Liz. Thank God. Okay. I think it's probably okay. It's just maybe it's like cooled down instead of wet. No, it's still wet. Learned that trick from someone that I lived in dorm with in Japan. Apparently it's like your lips can tell if something is wet. I learned it about laundry. Better than your fingers can. So, and yeah, it was still wet. I almost feel like I should flip this cutting thing over, because honestly I think we would have a better time on the back anyway, and realistically we could still see the grid marks. Yeah, because that's the issue, is now that it's like the coffee's settled into the various. Oh, that's really wet still. Shit. Okay, let's just flip this over then. Because fine if it's like on the table. It's not so fine if it gets onto the fabric. By the way, Flynn is very happily dozing back here. And so we'll actually, yeah, we'll do the same thing with the with that Segai, how that also got caught in the crossfire. Yay, always something, guys. I actually skipped going to the gym today because I was just like, I have a horrendous headache. Now, would the gym have helped it? Probably, but I also wanted to get home and get working because we ended up like chatting for like 4 hours yesterday while we were out, which is good. It's good to like have that, but it's also like, oh God, I didn't get any cutting done yesterday at all. So here we are. All right, I need to move the laptop so that we can actually get this flipped. Good boy. Actually, that might be a better place for you guys anyway. Oh, hi. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Maybe we'll see if the cat is super like, I must get on the table constantly this summer. Right now I've like dedicated a whole chair to him, so I'm like, okay, he should be fine. Love this top view of my head, showing my like balding spot. Oh, actually it's not looking too bad today. Some days it's like, oh my God, is my hair actually that thin? Ooh. Like, terrifying. Okay. I really like this little like toolbox, but it's actually kind of useless for what I use it for. Maybe we'll move it for now. Well, okay, no, it holds useful things, but I don't know if it's useful enough for the space it takes up. And then at the same time, what it has in it, I don't know where else I would put it right now. So I'm like, okay, half and half. I am gonna put the paper towel roll on the end of that stick. Perfect. Okay. Done. I need to make a list for Telus for a couple of the things he needs to do in the next couple weeks. Mainly, I need him to paint the grid wall for me. I wonder if he would do that. I think he probably would. I think we've discussed him doing that, and he has not been opposed to it, so. All right, so in this case, we're still gonna put it. Ooh, there's actually holes in it. Did I punch a hole in my fucking cutting mat? I totally did. Oh shit. I didn't realize, so I like was just like punching a couple of the holes in the, oh, I see why you wouldn't use this side, is it because it's slippery? Oh well, that's okay. Anyway, I was punching holes in the minis the other day, and apparently that means that I also ended up punching holes in the cutting mat right there. Lovely. Okay. Let's try this out and see if this works this way. I don't see why it shouldn't. Like I said, I do see why you wouldn't, because it's slippery, but like that's not actually the worst thing sometimes. And if it dulls my blades faster, the thing about it is that the other side of it will dry. It's just, we need to be cutting right now, not waiting for my cutting board or cutting table to dry. / cutting mat. Okay, so that is there. And like, again, I can read the numbers on the back side. That's fine too. I really need to go get some gum, apparently, because my stomach is just having at it right now. Okay, so let's start here. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Seems fine. Okay. Yes, that's a lot of fabric to put through the wash, but honestly, we may as well, because whatever. It actually will probably wash better. And then if there's any other staining that I don't catch, it's like, just all gets washed. Okay. And the other one was the Segai Ha, and that's just at the very end here. In that case, it's really tempting just to trim it off. And really, like if I trimmed it correctly, we could still make a wristlet out of the other side. Or like trim the, yeah, just trim the coffee stain off. Okay. Don't get on the other rest of it though, please. Because yeah, it didn't impact up here. Good, okay. Yay! We're good. Okay, now this is backwards. Like, yeah. Okay. Right, because it didn't get on here. No, we're good. Okay. Phew. Okay, just cut them individually, Katie. God damn it. Annoying. Okay, and then we're going to flip this, and we're just going to trim this side off. A, it's a mess on this end anyway because of the fold. And B, we can make stuff out of this side anyway, so I'm going to cut it like we're making a grime guard, and then it can always be cut down from that if I need or want to. And then it's just like, because it's just this corner right here and like a little bit right here, so it's like we can still use it. And it is less work to do it this way than to wash and iron it again, so without wasting too much. Or any of, well, yeah, a little bit of it. That's fine. There we go. Annoying. Okay, we're gonna hang it up here to dry on the canvas. And then this is gonna go back for water bottle holders and etc. etc. It'll make cute grime guards and scrunchies as well. Okay, now after that disaster, I think we'll do 2 at a time just because it's like, that is mentally more pleasing than doing them individually. Such a dumb psychological game to play, but it is true. Wow. Hi, Flynn. Oh my goodness, is that true? What a statement. What a statement on the situation. Okay, that wasn't the blade, that was just me missing. Yeah, these need to go back and be everything. Actually, I think we're gonna prioritize water bottle holders for the Maiko, and we'll prioritize a couple smaller things for the cats. Because I'm also like, I don't want a full hard send on the water bottle holders because I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's a new product, so. So we're not going to hard send on the water bottle holders as much as like on the Kato and the small box bags, mostly because the small box bags and the Kato have proven themselves over and 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 over again. So like, you know. Hi. He's like, how can I be a pest? Obviously, that's a good spot for me. This is going to make a really gorgeous kato. Hi. How are you, bud? You know this is why you've got your own, like, chair, right? Because, like, we're cutting. Watch out. We don't want to cut your fluffy tail. Excuse me. Hi. What's up? Yeah, and this is why I was like, I was fluffing these, because these were not lined up at all. Watch out. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. They were trying to get me to do the Manamana song last night, and I'm like, no! Because it's already stuck in my... And they're like, why? And I'm like, because it's already stuck in my head, and I didn't even listen to it yet. And I was trying to, like, combat it with popcorn, and they were not having it. They're like, no, Manamana. Damn it. We did not, in fact, listen to the Manamana song, but it came close. Flynn, buddy boy. This is how we have to pay for your kibble, sir. I guess you need to make your guest appearances so that we can, like, do that. But, come on. Okay. This one is very warbly, so we are going to cut it a little bit larger, and then we'll trim it when we go in to actually do, like, drawstrings and etc. We will trim it down to where it needs to be. Hi. Why'd you freak out? Thank you. Boom. Okay. This is definitely grime guards. Yeah, grime guards from both of these for sure, because they're lightweight fabrics. So I'm going to pop them up there with the grime guard area. Actually, those can go in my pocket, and then I don't forget them. I like having my phone back here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all smaller cuts, so I'm not feeling worried about lining them up. And then we will go in, and these ones are going to become other things too. Actually, it'd be really nice if these like just lined up nicer. What if I just fold them like that and then trim them? Yeah, probably faster. What I should really do is I should do a start and stop line of tape, and then I don't have to like figure it out every goddamn time. Actually, and then the other horror story I keep hearing is that sometimes these grid marks are not actually at the inch. These ones are. Interesting. Anyway, people are saying that some of their boards are not, and I'm like, what? Okay. Boom. Water bottle holders, grime guards, etc. Grime guards are getting cut after this. Actually, what are we doing next? So the kato will, like, I'll have to cut everything down after this. And then what are we cutting after that? I think we should cut grime guards after that, because I always deprioritize grime guards and stuff, but I don't think I should do that this time because I keep talking about them. And we're down to a very small number, and when I have them, they sell. So And since the next thing is Knit City, we want them to sell, or we want to have like the craftier stuff. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay, so do this first and then pivot them onto the actual table. Ugh. There's smoke in the air. Do you know what? That's probably what's causing the headache. I did take some Tylenol, but it's like, I'm like on the edge of, I probably should have taken 2 instead of 1. I think it's helped. It's definitely like mitigated it. But I do also sometimes get migraines. And so it's like, is this a migraine? Or is it a like normal headache? Tension headache. I think I've got a massage next week, which is going to be glorious. It's like actually trying to maintain instead of catch up with the massages, right? Like, ugh. Our benefits reset in July. So it's like July 1st and I booked my like appointments like right afterwards. Like, hell yeah. Go get that massage. Thank goodness for good health insurance. $3 work. Yay. And boo, because we had another cut to healthcare in Alberta. Yay. Bullshit. It's like preventative tests. But there is no guidelines for what preventative tests are. So it's like, is that up to and including like, oh, that's really crooked. Okay, so let's do, we're going to justify it to the butterflies mostly. There we go. It's like, does that include like A1Cs? Like I'm already diagnosed. It's not a preventative, but the A1Cs are a preventative test. So are you not going to pay for that shit? Like, what is preventative now? Is it mammograms? Is it pap smears? So that's one of the issues with this government. It's not only are they cutting services, but they're not actually giving a guideline for what the services are that they're cutting. They just said preventative health care. And it's like, what the fuck even is preventative health care tests? Give it a definition, because fuck this. Spicy. I think we need to be getting spicier. Because I don't want to live like this. My head really hurts. This would be really cute. Kids' water bottles. So I think water bottle holders. So I think that's what we'll do with this as well. I don't know if we'll do the adult ones, but I think for kids it would be fucking adorable. Or smaller water bottles. Basically that's all it is. It's just like the shorter water bottles. Okay, yeah, if this headache gets much worse, I am gonna head not chat on the internet today. I'm like, damn it. Oh, that's so much nicer. So, water bottle holders. I'm going to throw it back there. I'm pretty sure that they'll be pretty clear that we're not going to do like necessarily all the massive one stuff out of some of these, but like generalized. There's a small cut down here. Actually, I think there's a couple. Yeah, there's ooh, the birds. The birds. These are smalls as well. So let's do all of these together, because why not? Yay, we're clearing off boards, everyone. That doesn't mean that there won't be pieces left, but it's a nice indicator of like progress as we pull boards out of fabrics. And this is, I love this fabric. I don't know, this colorway for these birds, the cockatiels and the cockatoos and the parakeets. Are they parakeets? Budgies. It's just really good. They're French speaking. I cannot speak French. I have what I fondly term package French, so I can read a menu, because it's like it's just something you absorb as you read like packaging in Canada, because it's like everything is in French and English, so you pick up what I call package French. I know it's merci beaucoup, merci, and like bonjourne, although that's like bonjour, that's very Italian. pronunciation. Was it Sava? And the only reason I really know that is because of Legend of Zelda. So here we are. Okay, I'm just going to square up this top line because fuck this noise. Whee! Why are you so far into my space? Thank you. I don't know why I'm so far over. It's like, oh, because the bin's here. I'm like, I should be cutting like over here so you actually are like, things are framed correctly. But I just realized part of why I'm not over here is because the bin's here. In my way. Are we surprised? I'm not surprised. I don't think you should be either. Boom. Do 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 do. Now this does mean that some of these are going to have to be pulled from the fabric catalog, and we're going to have to update it again. Yay! I need to email someone about that, actually. Not the fabric catalog, but to be like, hey, we've updated the fabric catalog. Please look. Please look. Okay, that's big enough for a water bottle holder, though. That's going to be super cute. Oh my god. Yay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Pretty sure you guys are pretty close in length, so I'll just pop ya in together here. Boom, 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 boom. That really needs to be squared up as well. Boom, boom, boom. Usually I square it up after I do the big cut, but I may as well do it now because it does make it easier to align all the layers like this, except that that one's also feeling spicy. Spicy frogs. Whew, okay. Hello. Spacey frogs, spacey. Actually, it might be spacey cats. I don't know. Oh, okay. No, I think we're gonna have to call it for today. I will still keep working, but this like headache and migraine is actually heading for nausea territory, so that's fun. Fuck. Okay. This means I need to go track down some gum, and I can't imagine that that's fun to listen to on stream. We'll wait a couple more minutes and see if it settles, but ugh. Yay. What fun. That is full-on sarcasm if that was not apparent. Okay. That is not even in the least. Okay, we are giving up that fight. We're going to do it here because that is square. Good. And then we'll do the birds separate. Fabric has a mind of its own. Fabric has a mind of its own. All right. This will become a really good cake cozy or grind guard or whatever the measurement ends up being. This is an amazing... Well, that's 32, not 35. Like, that's not 8 inches. Fuck. But it's a good wristlet. That's where it's going. It's going to become a wristlet. Boom. Okay. Now the birds. Spicy birds. And I don't even know if they're that spicy. They just did not align with the other fabrics at all. Spicy birds. Definitely the birds were spicy. Spicy birds, they didn't want to align. Anyway, I like both colorways of this. I like the navy and I like the aqua. I can't decide which one I like better. The birds definitely pop more against the navy, but like the aqua is just a really good colorway for them too. We're gonna do water bottle holders from this as well. And then we'll figure out what the last like couple pieces are going to be. All right, I'm gonna head out for a couple minutes. I gotta go track down some gum and see if that helps the like nausea, headache shit that's going on. And then when I get back, we'll continue cutting fabrics. We are cranking along pretty good, all things considered. So, BRB. Okay. I'm going to try again. I realized I'm like, I haven't drank enough water recently. So that's not going to help the head. And then I was like, dude, what we're going to do is we're going to do some electrolytes because it might be that I'm not getting enough salt right now as well. And honestly, salt and water and it's not going to hurt a migraine or a headache at this point. In fact, it feels like it probably already helped. I am going to steal the cat's chair though, or my chair back here that I'm using for totes. I feel like I'm missing fabric. Oh well. It's not like we don't have enough. Sorry, I also grabbed some chips because I was like, wait, salt, and then I was like, wait, water, and then I can put some electrolytes in it, and that'll help too. So let's hope between those few things it works. Because I do know the whole everyone's like, why does a Diet Coke from like McDonald's along with fries work? It's because of the caffeine and like, which is vasodilator, veins, and the salt can help with like migraines quite well, or headaches. So we'll see. I might just be a bit quieter though today too because then you can still admire the fabrics. So this is Blacklight Reactive, the little fubsy marshmallow cats right there will be will like light up under black light. I just don't have my black light with me right now, or else I would show you. Sorry. We are not currently folding these back up because I realize there's 0 point when I'm just going to cut more from the majority of these things, so excuse me. Yeah, the big thing that did help is actually the nausea. Thank God. That's the worst. I absolutely, ugh. Even when I was pregnant, I didn't end up having that bad of morning sickness, but the big thing that really helped there was the fact that they're like, you are diabetic and on insulin, so you are just going to take, they actually gave me diclectin, which there is a bunch of controversy about that it might not be the best. Thank God I was not one of the people that like it was an issue for, and it worked. So yeah. Because being nauseous and vomiting is like, is it emetophobia? I'm like, I don't think I'm phobic of it, but it's like the thing I try to avoid the most. Not necessarily that I'm like if it happens, it happens. But I'm like, I will do the best of my ability not to. So I guess it might be a little bit of a phobia. I don't know. I'm not going to self-diagnose myself today. Okay. Just double check the counts here. Nickel bread. Nickel pan. Pan is Japanese in bread. Pan is bread in Japanese. Yay. I definitely know that one of the things that would help is if I went for a nap, but I don't want a nap right now. I want to be cutting. Okay, I'm going to prioritize grime guards out of this, but I will also make water bottle holders out of those because I think that would be adorable. I'm talking like I'm going to make like 300 water bottle holders. We are not making 300 water bottle holders. No. Flat, like full stop. But I know, it keeps sounding like I'm going to. It's like, no, I'm not. I promise. What did we decide for I think the vending machines are going to end up being Kato, right? Yes, because this one on the, like, this greeny aqua is really good. Okay, so I flipped the board because I spilled my coffee all over it earlier and it was still damp, and I was like, we'll just flip it and we'll keep cutting. I actually like the smooth side better. This is like, at least for these fabrics, I could see it being an absolute shit show for Obi and stuff like that, but for the cottons, they move so well on it without also like jostling all over the goddamn place. So, I like it. Also could be that the other side's just not like, water bottle holders. Water bottle. I don't know why that amuses me so much. But anyway, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Doesn't matter. Do I actually want to do owl stumps? I can cut it and then decide later, right? I'm just like looking at it and I'm being very inspired by it right now. But I know owls are super popular, so let's do it. And if you're like, Katie, you're doing one at a time. Yes. I want to do more than one at a time, but that led to disaster earlier. So let's just, what is it? Slow and steady. Especially as like my fabrics are like, we're out of here. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Boom. Boom. Right? Yes. Am I making anything else out of this though? Well, we'll do this. So what I'm figuring is the back cut of these now. So the other side of the width of the fabric will be small box bags instead of cutting small box bags. But I am done with this fabric for now. We'll come back to it. So this is one of the few that will get folded up and just put away here. Yeah. Oh shit. It's just dehydration probably. And lack of salt. So yay. Costco actually has like electrolyte packets that are sugar free, which is really nice. And typically I have a larger water bottle, so I put 2 in. And this one's fun because it's like, last summer they had iced tea flavor and lemonade. So it's like lemon iced tea right now. We are going to cut this one as 2. We're going to do a Kato and small box bag cut on this one because I'm going to do 2 Kato out of it because I know it's going to be popular. Popular. You're going to be popular. Flynn, you literally have a chair designated for you right there, dude. The windows aren't even open right now. Yes, and I will be pissed off if you knock anything over. Okay, 2 Kato. And then it's going to be everything else as well. It might not be grime guards because it's like a little bit, it's not, it's like, it's heavier than a quilt cotton. Yeah. Hi, what's up? Oh, yeah, you are a cat, I know. 100%. What's up? Okay, we're going to try and line a few up here. Let's do like 2 at a time because that feels manageable. like this, and then tencel them over and then pop them up. This is Rude Cat. Super cute. We do have a small box bag in it already though, so I'm going to ignore it for small box bags. But for Kato, 100%. Okay, we're gonna do the folded edge here as the anchor. There we go. Yay! Hey, Flynn. Yeah, did you decide that your chair was the better option? Because I agree that your chair is the better option, sir. There we go. Right, good. Yay. Whee. Boop, 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 boop. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oi. Good choice. Good choices were made, cat. No. I do not want to make grime guards out of this one because it's very like, the stripes are very like horizontal, vertical. I don't feel like dealing with that that. Sure, I'm going to go in and, because if we're using the back cuts, and it doesn't feel like a good water bottle fabric, I don't know, it's really light. Might make some cute scrunchies though, because at least with the scrunchies, they're like scrunched. Okay, definitely all the things. Same here with this sushi nickel, sushi restaurant one. Sorry, I am like low energy today for sure. I think I might still call it early for the stream, and again, like still cutting and stuff like that, but I'm like, whew. At least the electrolytes helped. Or something's helped at least. That is not enough to put on a board. Okay. Is this like right on us being able to use it? Yes, so we're not even going to worry about cutting it down. It's just going to go into the Kato pile. I think we've got some fat quarters here where it's very similar. We'll cut it down like when we go to cut down the actual fabrics. Like this guy. This one's a front and a back piece. So yeah, same there. Because obviously we're doing basically what I call or consider the rough cut right now. Which means that we're just doing like the first cut and then we'll go in and we'll do the rest after. Grime guard. Almost basically like a perfect cut for a grime guard. I don't, 10 out of 10, no notes sort of shit. Don't have to do much more work than that on that one. Bonsai cats. Ooh, that one got brutalized. Neon cat faces. I don't think we've made the Kato out of yet. I think we should actually do... What are we going to do for that one? I think we should do 2 out of that one as well. because I feel like it's going to be even more popular at Knit City, since we'll be able to do some promo with black light for it. And yeah, and then we'll do separate cuts for it. Just means that I'll do a separate cut for the small box bag with the cat faces. The bonsai cat will do that cut of Kato. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Bonsai should become grime guards for sure. It's a good lightweight fabric for that. Yeah, this cat face one is not as lightweight, is it though? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck it in with the small box bag bin, because that'll indicate that it's gonna have to be cut later. Like, keep looking at everything like, ooh, what are we gonna cut next? It's not like we don't just have a massive pile of shit to cut, so it's like, okay, keep going. Keep going. Just keep on cutting, keep on cutting, keep on cutting, cutting. Cut. These budgies are super cute. Are they actually budgies or are they parakeets? I can't, I'm like, or cockatiels. I don't get it. Budgie gars? As a kid, I would have always known them as budgies. My grandpa actually had budgies. They were adorable. I would not have budgies because between the kids and the cats, they would just never know peace. So, we just don't. I also don't want to commit to the care of a bird either, because it's like, they take a lot more, I think, than I ever knew as a kid. And like, our animal science has proven that as well, and has improved like that as well, so. Why the Hall of the Mountain King? Why? Hell is going on? Budgies are going to be a water bottle bag, not no grime guard. So 6. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so there's the Kato and the back cut. This one will become grime guard. Budgies will, actually no, we're not going to do anything else with the budgies for now. We'll just keep it as fabric. We'll see how popular it is at Knit City. Actually, and I'll probably finish some of it more for peace and stuff like that next year. It's a very springy, happy, peppy fabric. So we'll see this one again later. Given that I've cut out a couple of the really big, like, fabric eater projects, I feel like I probably could cut back on the amount of fabrics I end up buying. So like right now I usually buy, when I'm purchasing, I'm usually buying like 2 meters. I feel like I probably could purchase like 1 meter, and then the ones that I'm like, these are going to be popular, could be like 2 meters instead of 3. Just because it feels like I end up with a lot more left over without, like, because I was doing the tote bag cuts and stuff like that, and that took like basically took a 1/2 meter for the tote bags before I added the canvas. So now they're more in line with like a small box bag cut. Still more, obviously, but more width, basically, rather than etc. Anyway, I'm rambling. I don't know, guys. We're here. We're vibing. Owls are definitely going to become grind guards, especially since they already have their handles cut for their small box bags. I think we'll probably end up doing one more small box bag out of this, and then the back cut of the small box bag handle will end up being, oh, never mind. There's only like, there's a handle and there's 2 handles here. That's it. Okay. Usually there's like 3 handle widths basically, but that just ends up meaning that we'll end up, whatever, doesn't matter at this point. I was thinking we could make a wristlet, but the 1 handle length cut, it needs to be 2 handle lengths, not 1 handle length, basically is what I'm trying to get to. Holy shit, this is like, yeah, that tells me it's probably a migraine, because my brain is just like, nothing left, not even vibes. Not even vibes. Just a mile a minute and no stop in sight. Okay, grime guards from these. We've already got this. Well, I think we might have the small box bag cut. Oh, that's what it is. If there's a small box bag cut in the bin, which there might be actually, then we could use these fabric, like these handle cuts. That's what would become the wristlets. Shit. These might... Oh no, but we're cutting Kato right now, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. We're good. I was just like, wait, if we're not cut, but we're not cutting small box bags right now. We're good. I'm just all... So these used to become the large box bag cuts, but now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer it into the small box bag cuts. Blah blah blah. But I was like, wait, we might have small box bag cuts of this, but it doesn't matter because we're not cutting it down to small box bags yet. We're just doing Kato cuts, Katie. Calm your tits. There's not even that much tit to calm. Grime guards. I'm going to tuck the handle. Okay, actually, handle cuts are going to go in the back here because that's with the wristlet cuts that are kind of like leftovers and things like that. And what that means is that if I need any more cuts, that will also fill that gap. Yes, okay, cool. Again, these budgies will come back probably for, well, we'll cut more for Peace Fiber Festival. But for now, we're just going to cut the Kato and be done with it. Well, and then the back cut will be the small box bag. This can't really become much else because it's like, it's not medium weight, but it is a heavier quilt cotton for sure. And to have a really nice drape as a garment. And it's super cute, but it's just not, it's not like, it's too heavy for the grime guards and stuff like that. Okay. Yay, Shiba. Shiba Inu. It's like, these are such a contrast. Oh my god. It's like, it's super peppy, very modern Shiba Inu with the long-tailed tits, the snow fairies, and the parasols, and the pink in the background. It's very modern color. And then, like, traditional cats who have seen shit or are high on something. I don't know, but those eyeballs, I think they're high on something. They got the good drugs. Oh, it's such a good fabric, though. It's a Dobby, so it's got the slubby warp and weft. Very happy about that. And I saw her face. Actually, I've got a couple custom things we should work on as well. Soon enough. Grime guards and etc. It's a new fabric, so we don't have to worry about any of it. What the hell are you doing, Katie? Why didn't you line up the Sheba? Literally just laughing about it and then just go cut. Okay, sure, whatever. Cool. Sheba, 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 Sheba. And then we've got it in dark blue, dark blue. Do 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 ba dark blue, dark blue. Ooh, it's really spicy on that end, so we'll go to the other end. This one's the green line really deviated. Ooh, it's deviated up here too. Yay! That's fun. You find sometimes if you fold it the opposite direction, it sometimes helps. I don't know why, but oh yeah, it's like, look at that. It's like, as it keeps going down. Okay, so we need to cut these individually then. Yay! What fun. My brain's just like, of course it can't be an easy day. I feel like I need to go roll around on the lacrosse ball. I think that will help significantly when I go upstairs for lunch. I will be taking a proper lunch break today because I feel like that might also help too. Well, no, I got to do a couple things on lunch. I'm going to get the kids in for some extra summer camps. And yeah. Hi, Flynn. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, you having a good day? Yeah, you having a good day? Yeah, you're having a day, hey? Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so I can make it work on this end without too much of a fight. is it called? I think it says actually it's Wonko, which is like, oh, Wonko Dongo maybe? No. I don't know what the other one, or the portion of that on that is, but it's definitely like puppy. Cutesy. Then da something. I don't know what the kanji is, I can't read it. Yay! Conjure! This one's really far off too, so we're gonna line it up better. Better, 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 better. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gotta be better. Better, better. Zoom. Okay. This is the third and final colorway of the that mana of the Shiba Inu. So we have 3 colorways of it. We do still have some of the bird fabrics that are repeat prints, but different colorways. But all of those are going to become all the things, I think. Yeah, let's do the rest of the birds, and then they're just done, which would be nice too. Plunk. And badunk. And boof. I think that's all the birds, or at least that's the majority birds. It's not Yakuza or punk that reminds me of, but it reminds me of a anime manga character from, I'm pretty sure it's Yu Yu Hakusho. Is it? I think it's Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, that's him. Okay, let's see. I need I'm like, give me a photo so I don't have to, yeah. Kazuma Kuwabara. So this is the character that this, like, bird onigiri reminds me of. Same, right? Totally the same. Oh, boy. Okay, anyway. I'm working on lining up the fabrics, and we can get them done. Did we not make a kato out of the itty bitty birds? If we did, it's gone, so it doesn't matter, but I'm just like, wait. I know we cut it for the, like, definitely for the minis and the belt bags and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay. This one is super adorable. Yay. That's enough. We'll do the other 3 afterwards. Birds, 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 birds. There's another one where it's like, it's a little bit heavier weight. So it's going to be folded back up and put away. It is going to make some very adorable minis. But that's not what we're cutting right now. So we'll come back to it. Actually, by the fact that we're using up some of these, it's going to be easier to actually store the freaking fabric. So... this is going to become, this one's really cute. It's very like cute, elegant, cute. Grime guards and etc. And then the other 2 are the same weight as the last one we just put away. So we'll put these ones away. Although this is not enough to put back on the board. So just a nice tidy fold up. Plunk. Same with this one. Plunk, plunk, plunk. Yay! Fabric. Fabric getting cut. Getting cut. Getting cut. What time is it? It's only 11:45. Okay. Sweet. That's good. This is extremely light fabric, so it's going to become... oh, actually, maybe we should do... okay, no, the birds need to become water bottle holders, because I feel like, especially that Snow Fairy one is going to be really popular as a... yeah, okay. We'll do that in a minute, though. We can rescue it in a bit. That's fine. And maybe we'll do the darker budgies. I don't know. Ooh, this is really light. Okay. This is like right on the edge of almost too light, like weight-wise, not color-wise. Okay, this one is going to fight, so we're going to just cut it by itself, and then we'll go in and do the other 2. Budgies, 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 buddies, budgies, budgies, do 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 do. Birds. Okay, both of these are going to go back and become water bottle holders as well. Boom. Oh my goodness. Okay. A bunch of fabrics tried to escape earlier, which is not allowable. A bunch. When I say a bunch, I actually legitimately mean a bunch tried to escape. Okay, actually that's gonna help too. Sorry, I'm still like, the headache is better, but I'm still struggling with like some of the aftermath of it now. So, yay! So, bring the hair down. That'll probably help as well. Just random shit sometimes. Okay. I think at this point, though, I'm going to go until noon, lunchtime, and then I'm going to call it and just work. Mostly because I am low energy. I don't feel like that produces a good stream. I don't have much to really talk about right now until we like actually start sewing again, I guess. So, yeah. Is that it's like 2 inches too large, so we'll trim it down by itself. Now the question becomes, I think we just do 2 kato out of this, because realistically, that's what's going to sell. I very rarely do duplicates at the same time. So like I will still deprioritize a duplicate over an original, but I think we should just do 2 kato from this. And then that piece can become a strip for the scrap bin, because there's not much there that is good for me. And I know people who can use the fabric. Boom. Okay. And these are like fat quarters, so we'll trim them down when we get there. Sweet, we won't do them right now. Because realistically, what I'm doing right now is what I call a rough cut, which means we're just cutting off the like rough portion, and then we will go in and we'll do we'll go in and we'll do stuff to it. The like refining and all that. Oh, it's like, should I do a kato or should I do a we'll do a kato. Okay, fine. Get it out of the... Stop dithering, Katie. That'll make some cute scrunchies, actually. Scrunchies, scrunchies, scrunchies. That's a big truck. It's going behind the house. Okay. Surfing people action pattern. Love it. Action pattern. I'm pretty sure this is from Tokyo. Like a couple trips ago now. I was gonna cut it with the Polaroid people fabric here. Oh, my hair looks terrible. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call it quits at noon. like, how long have I been streaming? About 2 hours. Okay. We're a good chunk of the way into the cutting. This gives you a good idea of what I'm doing. And if I stop the stream, it'll give my head a chance to recover. I might go upstairs and actually have a nap and come back in the afternoon. I will not be streaming. And I will come back in the afternoon. It's not an if, it's just, I think I'll go nap and like do some recovery. So I've been not sleeping well and not like, just stress. It's like, yay, exactly what I want right now. Okay. And then I'm gonna withhold this and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of it later. Both of these. We'll see how well the Kato does and if it's like we should be making something else with them maybe. They are super fun though. I do like the body representation on this one as well. And it's just very neutral representation. They're just bodies like on the surfboards and stuff and on the beach. They're not all skinny. They're not all fat. They're just bodies on the beach. It's awesome. All right, I know for sure that this is going to be super popular in Knit City, so we're going to cut 2 Kato. Basically, we'll just do a Kato cut, and then we'll do a separate small box bag cut afterwards. Because what we're doing with most of the Kato cuts is we're going to go in and we're going to actually do we're just going to cut the small box bag out of the back of it, basically. But this is like a super cheery, this is the one that I call Wonderland Cats because it's like such a vibe. Yeah. And yeah, it deserves to have a prominence location. Okay, so small box bags and maybe some water bottle holders. And then I found out that this is Asanoha in the background. It's like hemp leaf pattern. I think that's what this is. We're gonna do both of these together, and then we're gonna do that stretchy cat one as well. Okay, this one, I don't know why this one didn't go on a board, but okay. There's definitely enough to do that. Might be because it's heavier, so I was like, maybe not this time. We're going to go with, that is the baseline. Good. And then, so we want to cut for the Kato, and then we'll square it up at the top. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Grime. Grimy grime with some scrunchies. And then these guys are done for now. Boom. Boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom. Oh, I've got laksa. I found laksa at Safeway yesterday, and I'm like instant laksa. So I'm like, I think that's what's gonna be for lunch. Okay, I am actually gonna head out. This headache is not abated. And I still got a lot of cutting to do, and I think if I'm just able to like focus in on the cutting, it's gonna make it less of a headache. And I might actually go upstairs and have a nap, just to see if that helps settle it too. It usually does. Nap, roll around on a lacrosse ball, finish this water, and then I'll finish actually doing the cutting. So I hope you guys all have a fantastic day wherever, whenever you are, and I'll chat with you all real soon.